Hey friends, it's Katie, and this is my video for you of me assembling this GreenStalk from start to finish. It is a little lengthy, but I want it to be thorough so that it's more of a guide if you've never experienced a growing like this in a vertical tower. So I'm starting off here with showing you the base and how there's like indentations in there where you just want to make sure that you kind of put the little feet of the tier on in between them so that they're not going to wobble. And those two I just kind of showed real quick are the ones I've been growing in all season. And I was panning over to show you that I had my supplies over here. And now I'm picking up all of my bags of Happy Frog. And I'm pulling them over there close to the assembly site. Those are my little safety scissors. And I think they call them like a plug or something. They're carrot shaped and they go in the little center part of each tier of the tower so that when you're filling it up with soil, it doesn't fall through and clog the watering disc. It's really important that the gray disc, I'll show you later, stays clear so that the water can trickle through each level and saturate the soil evenly so that you have good root growth throughout the whole tower. And it does take a little bit of time, and I'm trying to be really careful and tidy. Personally, I get really like a little annoyed when I spill soil because I'm like, oh, it's such a hassle to sweep up and try to redeem it and like save it. So I'm being really careful this day. And here's the first gray disc. After I filled this level up, I'm making sure there's no debris in it and the holes in it are clear. So I like to just hold it up to the light and make sure I can see through the little tiny holes. And yes, it was a hot one this day. It was very humid and I was just melting out there, okay? But other than that, here we go with level 2. You just want to set that in so that it's seated in between, basically I call it like an armpit, in between the little pockets. And then here I am forgetting something, and then I go back, I'm like, wait a minute, I need my fertilizer. It's my all-purpose fertilizer I use just basically everywhere at the beginning of a planter. So at the beginning of the season, I'll do this all over the place, but since this is being built now, that's why I'm going back and adding a little handful in right there. And I think I say later in this video how much I love that fertilizer. It smells so good. But yeah, so that's me completing level 2. And then I was like, it's kind of hard to see from that angle, so I wanted to give you a different perspective here so that you can see maybe basically a different angle on how I'm filling this up. I like personally to fill them up one level at a time and then just take the full level and then set it on top. But if you are kind of not as strong to pick up that level, this may be the way you want to go, where you're getting it in place and then adding the soil one level at a time, so it's a little easier on your back and your arms. But yeah, okay, so level 2. I guess I didn't finish it earlier. I think I just got it set up. I don't know. This has been a while since I've recorded this. I should definitely get some better scissors for my little garden area out here. The safety scissors were not really doing a great job. And here, this one is almost full and I just didn't want to pick up the bag, so I'm just scooping and plopping down handfuls of soil. Goodness. And my glasses keep slipping during this process because all of me is sweating. It's just awful. But, you know, I like growing things, so we must suffer a little to get things we like, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, and I have these things that go on the back of your glasses, like the earpieces, and it kind of helps them from slipping. It prevents it from slipping forward on your nose. But, like, I was too lazy. I didn't get them out this day. I literally keep them in my garden purse is what I like to call it. But I'll have to show you all that some other time. And now we're going on to level 3. This is the original style of GreenStalk, so each pocket is 10 inches deep. That means that you can grow things that need more root space. So if you wanted to grow like a little radish, a little spring radish in this, that would be kind of a waste of space. It's not totally, but like the leaf design is better for smaller things like that. This one is good for like potatoes, squash, broccoli, tomatoes. Like, you can grow everything in this size. But I don't know, I think I like to use my leaf planter, which is 7 inches, and it's not in this video, but I like to do like the strawberries in that one, and herbs and smaller things. So yeah, I think I'm going to zoom this through a bit right here, and I'll check back with you in just a minute. And just like movie magic, this is done almost, but we're on to level 4 now. And here I just wanted to show you, basically put your soil in to your level or tier, put fertilizer in if you want, and then add your gray watering disc, and then repeat. That took absolutely forever to figure out how to put you on top of the GreenStalk on my little magnetic tripod, and I wanted to kind of give you maybe a different angle of how to fill these things up. So we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th level. I'm about to put some soil in it, but let me plug the hole. I'm gonna use the little carrot plug from GreenStalk. Just stick that in so it doesn't go through the center. These hover flies get on my nerves. Okay. Okay. It's just a little compact from being in the garage on top of each other. So I'm just trying to fluff it up a little with my hands. Just a little. Okay. So far I've been through two cubic foot bags, so that's 4 cubic feet so far. And I'm not gonna finish the other one. I know I'm gonna have extra. Bag number 3. Now, the Happy Frog soil is amazing, but it is expensive. But it's an investment that you get to keep using year after year. You know, as long as you keep maintaining it, it's good. It's good stuff. And in the GreenStalks, you have to have a potting soil. You can't use a raised bed soil. I should have brought real scissors out here, but I only have safety scissors for like a kindergartner. Okay. I had a little shovel, but nah. What I normally do though is I fill these up on the ground and I pick them up and put them on. But if you're not really strong enough to hold it like this and put it up, or to hold it like this at the base, then you probably want to do this, where you're stacking it and filling it up as you go. And then when it's like part of the season where you need to amend your soil, or just maybe rearrange the tiers or something, you might need help. But for most people, these are pretty accessible ways to garden. There was a story in the GreenStalk newsletter this year about a nursing home that got like 4 GreenStalks, and they loved it. They had a great time, and a lot of them are all in wheelchairs. So they do 3 levels instead of 4 or 5, and then they just roll up to it, and they can work in the garden, but like an easier way for the elderly people. And another thing, you gotta make sure you fill it all the way up. I know it seems like a lot of soil, but it's because you're gonna grow big plants in here, so you gotta give it the space for its roots. And I promise you, it's worth it. Because these are 10 inches deep on the original size. I have one of the leaf planters, which are 7 inches, and I like it, but I think going forward I'm only going to get the original because it's more versatile. I like my leaf though, it's red. It's like one of their older red colors. And my goal for it is to be a strawberry planter. So I have some alpine strawberries on the top part of that over there. And I've realized that they are so small. That's just how they are. But they're delicious. I've only gotten to eat like 2 so far. But I will try to get some more seeds maybe, because apparently they don't put out runners. So you have to start them from seed. And I have one ever-bearing strawberry plant that I got from a plant store around here. And I don't know if it'll put out runners. It's kind of looking like it won't. But my goal is to eventually make that whole 7-tier leaf planter, the 42 pockets, all strawberries. Because I would really like to make my own strawberry jam. But until then, I like getting the strawberries from the plant store. And it's a big old bucket, like a gallon, and pretty reasonable prices. And then I'll just use theirs until I can have my own. Okay, I'm about at the point where I want to put fertilizer in it. Okay. This is the Dr. Earth all-purpose fertilizer. It's a 222. So I just put a generous little sprinkling in each pocket, and then I'll just work it in a little bit. Okay. I really like that stuff. It smells so good. It smells like a tea, like an herbal tea. So I'm like, I know it's gotta be pretty good stuff. I just kind of pull down and flip some other soil on top. Okay. I think I need to put just a little bit more in here. I am happy with that. That's basically like, it's maybe got a 1/4 of an inch from the top. And so I'm gonna take my little plug out for a minute. The grass got cut today, so they're covered in grass, but it's fine. And then just make sure your little bitty holes are facing a pocket. So don't put your holes towards the armpit part, put it towards the outside part, so that the water will get to each pocket evenly. Make sure there's no debris in there. Try to keep the dirt out of it. Last but not least, number 5. You just set them in there. Okay, come on. What I've noticed about doing it this way is sometimes, like every time I put it on, I'm like, I don't know if it's actually seated in there because it feels loose. But after you put the soil in it, it weighs it down, and so it actually settles into its spot, because it's got an inside U and an outside U that needs to hug the armpit. So yeah, you're supposed to line up that part. All right, now get back on there. Okay, I got it. It's the final countdown. Okay. think I have been very neat. I'm very proud of myself. I'm not wasting a lot of soil. Spilling it on the ground is majority, like 99.5%, landing in the planter and not on the concrete. Very happy about that. Okay. I'm gonna put the fertilizer in it. This bag has seen better days. Apparently you're not supposed to leave it out in the sun. I had it in this little like Aldi greenhouse thing. It's not really a greenhouse. It's not like one that you walk in. But yeah, for 2 years, and I was like, oh, it's actually the plastic bag is disintegrating. Oops. And for reference, if anybody wanted to know, I'm 5'5". So this is probably, when it's finished, it's up to here. It's probably like 5'2". I think I'm gonna have to handles now. I'm happy with that. I think I have maybe, I would call that a half a cubic foot of soil left. Okay. This is the actual lid that goes on top. And then they have a lid for the lid if you want to not have debris go into it. Because the holes are very important to have it clear. And just like the gray discs, you want your tiny holes to face the middle of a pocket. Oh, never mind. You don't even have to, because it's like the only way to do this. It just automatically goes like that. I feel dumb. Because it like, that's how you have to get it set in. Ugh. Maybe, no. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on top. And this like leaf opens and closes so you can stick your water hose in there. My issue is it's just kind of bowed out a little. So I have to like really finagle this. I'm gonna push this into. Okay. They're all settled in there now. And that's it. Let me show you. And then this is that thing I was using to fill. Now that I'm done with this GreenStalk, I'm gonna go use the rest of the soil in my metal raised bed right there. Yep. Alright, thanks for watching the video. I wanted to wrap it up here while I'm finishing up using these bags of soil in my elevated raised bed from Vigo Gardens. This was right before I planted this out for a little fall garden, but let me know what you think about these longer videos. You know, here on the internet, they are favoring the short videos a lot, and I understand why. I watch a lot of shorts myself, but I do find a lot of value in the longer videos. That's how I've learned how to garden, through other people on the internet who post, you know, 30, 45-minute videos on, you know, the process of why they do what they do, what they've learned and stuff. And so that's what I hope to contribute back to the community through my little videos here on the interwebs. Let me know if you like this type of video from me. If you have any questions about what we went over today in this this little tutorial, feel free to drop it in the comments. I hope to chat with you there and keep the conversation going. Also, if you have some tips or recommendations that you think that I could really benefit from or other people could benefit from, please leave those below. And until next time, have a good day. Bye.